Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Custard Prophet and we're back here with our Football Manager 23 playthrough, the ABC Journeyman, and back here at Club number 9 Coventry City in our second season of the Premier League. And you can see behind me it is continuing to go pretty darn well, and we're coming back for a game against Tottenham. It's the final game of the calendar year. Yeah folks, it has been really surprisingly good. Yes, we've lost games, but you'd expect that. But we have carried on picking up results. We had a little spell where we looked like we were rocking a little bit, but we put that behind us and we've picked up some good victories. And we're sitting on 26 points after 13 games, or 25 points if I can read, which is just 5 points behind the leaders Arsenal and Chelsea. And well, it's not far away from that magical 30 points, and we're not even at the turn of the year yet. I mean, we're pretty much there. Oh no, we're not. It's the 20th. Oh, I thought we were in December. This is only in November. I thought I was coming back just before the transfer window. But so I'm really happy with the way things have gone, and we'll show you the results here, and you can see. You saw the game against Derby right at the end of September. It was a 1-0 victory. We deserved the victory. Late goal from POPOVIC, but we were pretty ropey in front of goal. And actually, we played 3 matches in October and did not win one of them, but perhaps deserved to do a bit better out of some of these matches. Here against Brighton, we went 2 goals down early on and just never really recovered from that. POPOVIC got himself a goal, but we just couldn't break them down. It just didn't create enough, and probably a 2-1 loss was about the right result, as much as I would like to say otherwise. Against Manchester United, this was frustrating. POPOVIC scored a really early goal. You can see he's back on the score sheet and he's starting games again after not really being involved early in the season. But I don't know, we just kind of sat back after that and just kind of just let them play their way into it. Annoyingly, you can see Rob Allen was set as the penalty taker for some reason. I don't recall doing that. He missed his penalty. He basically just chipped it to the goalkeeper who stood there, which was great. So maybe if that had gone in, we could have got a draw out of it, which, you know, on the face of it, we were really good at the early part of the game, and then we kind of held out for, you know, stopped them creating too many chances, but then they just got a few more. And I think a draw might have been a fairer result, but, you know, we lost 2-1, but it's not a terrible loss, is it? We weren't smashed off the park, and they're one of the big sides. And that hasn't really happened this season. Yes, we had that 3-0 loss against Liverpool, but that's been it. Everything else has been, we're ignoring the Huddersfield game, but everything else has been all right. Drew 1-1 against Blackburn. Another penalty miss late on here. Spencer Lawrence, we were much better actually in this game. We absolutely deserved a point, and I feel perhaps deserved more than a point. We had the more shots, better XG. Spencer Lawrence getting his first of the season. He's been really ropey this season considering what he's brought previously. So all that was frustrating. So in the end, it was a pretty rubbish October. However, November has been much better, and we are currently 100% in November. Andy Chin's back on the score sheet in the game against Leeds. POPOVIC also getting a goal. They scored to level things up, but they were not in this game in the slightest. So, yeah, happy to get the victory there. Away against Stoke, this was probably our best performance of the season. A Ruben Reyes hat-trick. I think those are his first goals of the season. Charlie Allen and Leo also getting the goals. But I think the real winner of this one was the player who had come in to replace Lawrence because he's out injured. Dane Huxley, who's done nothing all season. When he's played, he has been useless. But he came in, I think he got a hat-trick of assists, looked absolutely fabulous down that left side, which is timely because we are going to be without our left-sided midfielder for some time. And we've just played West Ham. Solid performance. Chin scored after a minute and they just never couldn't break us down after that. West Ham very much similar sort of position to us, and you can see we sit here now with the game against Tottenham coming up in 6th, 25 points, and we've got the likes of Chin on 8 goals. We've got POPOVIC I think on 4 or 5. We've got Allen on 4 or 5 goals. So all in all, we're going well. We are going really well. what you possibly noticed is the one issue we seem to have is cards. We seem to be getting a lot of cards in games, particularly two of the new boys, Rodrigo Courier and Bentley Coulter, both of whom I think have started pretty darn well. You can see here Coulter on a 7.27 average rating, really pleased with that, and Courier at right back and 6.95 average rating, so that's not bad at all. The places where we're struggling is down the left side. Issa hasn't been great, and we're just not being sure who to put in on that left side. Lawrence hasn't been great. So hopefully with Lawrence out and Huxley now in there, maybe he can say, actually, this position is going to be mine this season. So we can only hope. He's put at least one good performance in, and the one after it in the next match wasn't a bad performance against West Ham. I think it was 6.9. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way things are. I think we've got three strikers who look pretty good. Ruben Costa, he's got a couple of assists, but he could have had a better start to the season. He's not really had much opportunity, to be honest. So let's get out there and play Tottenham. Things are going well. In terms of potentially moving to one of the bigger clubs, Southampton and Luton, their managers have been sacked, but we can't go to either of those. Brentford, as you can see, the manager there is under pressure, but hasn't been sacked yet. I don't really think it's a good move to go to Brentford. That doesn't make sense. I think if I was going to make a move somewhere, I think Brighton or Blackburn in that interim position would be where we go. But I still think perhaps the way we've started in the Premier League, it's about waiting for the opportunity to arise at either Arsenal or Chelsea. And we know these clubs, the managers kind of come and go in this. But if we really put ourselves up as a potential candidate for going to one of those jobs when it comes up, that is what I think we need to do. And we're doing that at the minute. Right, let's go and play Tottenham. So squad is going to be very similar to the one that just played. I think one change at left back. POPOVIC is leading the line with Chin alongside him. We've just moved Chin back to that deep line forward role. He plays it very well. So they seem to be playing well alongside each other. Huxley is on the left. Leo is on the right. Leo's been okay, but perhaps not his awesome self. Cortez is back in the centre in the ball-winning midfield position. Very, very happy to have him back in there. And we're playing Reyes alongside him. We were playing Taylor in that quite a lot. He did quite well. Taylor's coming in at left back. He might be the long-term option, not sure. Coulter, Asgar and Courier make up the rest of the back line. DeVos, who has been pretty good in goal also. I think all over the team has been pretty good. It's just, I think we could be improved at left and right back if we get a permanent position on the right side, or get someone a little better on the left side. So I'm hopeful that we can create. I know that away from home sometimes we struggle to get into matches, and I just don't want to be smashed here, because that's not really happened. I want to stay in the game, and if we can win it, great. If we draw it, that's fine, and if we lose it, I only want to be losing by 1 or 2 goals. That's what we want. You can see they're on a really good run of form as well. So let's get out there. Well, Svafic, that was dreadful goalkeeping, but he did what he needed to do, which was keep the ball out. And well done, Reyes, who clears that one. I don't think this will be a highlight. Chin's running away with it. Look at him go. He just runs out. He's a big lad. He is a big lad, big powerful player. Yeah, if that had gone in, that would have been a small disaster. And what does that tell us? Surely we should see it from the side if they're going to do a graphic like that. Well, maybe a chance here. We only had one shot so far in 27 minutes, but Popovic is taking the corner, plays it in. It's gone out though. Here's Cortez. Cortez's goals. Cortez, it's Reyes. Oh, it's over the top. I thought we were going to see Reyes with another goal. Svafic. We've got it here. Asgar, that's a mistake, and we've cleared it. And we're just as far as Sarr. You feel if we'd have nicked it there, maybe there was a chance to have a break. But if we're playing with Popovic as the leading man up there, we don't have the pace, and that's the disadvantage. If we've got Chin up there, we've got a little bit more pace. But it does feel like the front two perhaps not not our fastest players, and they're through the defence, and goalkeeper can't stop it. And Vladin Spahic on 30 minutes gets the goal, and XG says that was probably about right, but defence stepped up and just didn't go with him. It was the right back Courier just didn't go with his man, and yeah, they're in behind 1-0. Okay, 1-0. I mean, it's kind of what I was asking for. We've not been particularly creative, and I wonder whether we go for a slightly faster player up top. So I'm going to swap things over. Popovic is going to come off the slow game. We're going to move Chin higher up, and we'll bring Charlie Allen on in that deep line forward role, which he does pretty well. But I think in that way we've got a little bit of a threat over the top as well, if we need to take it, sort of dual threat. That's nicely done, and it's in. And that probably should have been saved by the goalkeeper, right in down at the near post, and we're 2-0 down. Yeah, and you can't argue with it. We haven't really done much in front of goal. And it sort of highlights, yes, we're doing all right in the Premier League, but we're still a long way away from the top sides, even the sort of mid sides. And it's 3-0, and that was a bit unlucky. The ball sort of bounced up onto Matos, and Taylor just couldn't stop it. And we're 3-0 down. And I was saying I didn't want a smashing, and it looks like that's what we're getting, unfortunately, folks. I wanted to bring an amazing victory here. Here's Taylor, though. Can he find one of the men in the box? Can't do that. Leo's running out with it. He's going to find Taylor, who's got another chance to put it in. Does well there. And it's Huxley at the far post. Was that left by Chen? Did he know Huxley was going to be there? That's his first ever goal, I think, for the club, potentially. So that's a positive that's come out today. We're not going to win it, but it's good if we can get Huxley. He had so much space. You saw him on that. I think it was him up there. Potentially that was the left back. But pleased with that. No, that was Asgar. Well, Leo has been particularly rubbish on that right side, so we are taking him off, and on comes the Portuguese lad, Costa. Here's Reyes playing the ball around. I mean, it would be nice to get it back to 3-2, and then we've got maybe a hope to, have a run right at the end, but that's a dreadful ball there. Taylor does well just to pick it back up, though. That was really nicely done from the left back. I feel he's a little bit better than Issa on that side, and Cortez does well. Into Costa. Oh, that was just horrendous play. Huxley. Oh dear me, what is this? Just can't get the ball. Oh, that was bad. And it looked like the left back and the centre back there just got a little confused, and it's in. And we were probing, and that's how to score a goal, isn't it? You just do it incisively, take advantage of a mix-up, and it was just a hopeful ball up there, and poor defending to head it to Lopez. We didn't go out to the defender there, and yeah, just let him run. Freed up the space, and there you go. And you can see here it's absolutely been all Tottenham, and we don't deserve anything out of this. It's not been a great performance. Happy that Huxley scored, but just very disappointed that we haven't seen much more from the rest of the team. Costa getting a goal would be really beneficial. Lovely ball into Chin, into Costa. Oh, he plays it to absolutely nobody. Oh, getting in positions, but just not creating the actual chance. Oh, and there it is, 5-1. It is a smashing. Didn't really feel the smashing was deserved. 3-1 maybe. 5-1, that feels a little bit on the harsh side, particularly as we're getting up the other end, and then they're just taking the ball and going down the other end and just taking advantage of us. Yes. Frustrating. And Huxley probably should have done better there. Oh dear, 6-1. I think they've just probably given up after 90 minutes. Oh dear. Right, well, that That is... Oh, what is this? Another kick-off highlight? We're going to be losing 7-1. It was respectable a moment ago. Oh, Chin. Oh, if that had gone in, I'd have just forgotten everything and focused on that. It was a lovely bit of play there from Chin, but didn't get his goal. What are we seeing this for? You can't score another one. Well, Huxley's running away with it. And what is going on? That's it. Well, 6-1. You can't argue we deserve to lose. Maybe I could have made a few more changes. I thought I'd made all my subs, but clearly not. And we were looking a little bit tired in the middle. Maybe that's kind of why we gave up a few more chances right at the end. I think maybe Long could have come on there. That's my mistake. Yeah. Probably should have said I was disappointed with that result, but there we go. Oh, we were doing so well, and then we throw that performance in there. A little bit frustrating. So, yeah, definitely some stuff to work on there. We've got a tough old match coming up next up against Manchester City, and obviously we're going to have to play a lot better, or defend a lot better than we did there. It's frustrating because actually defensively we've been okay. We've not really had a performance where we've been that disjointed at the back. Yeah, it's frustrating there. There's definitely felt we were just, maybe it's playing 2 games or 2 or 3 games in such a short period of time and we were tired. I didn't make a lot of changes in the West Ham game, and it was pretty much the same setup. So yeah, maybe I should have rotated a bit more. Let me know in the comments what you think the problem was there. We tired? What was the issue there? Because it was just an absolute disaster of a performance. But we have reached the end of November and we are in. I mean, we've got to look at the positives here. We're currently on 25 points. That is better than I could ever have hoped. And we know we will go into December definitely in the in this European picture, which is, fairly unbelievable. Anyway, folks, not what I wanted to show you, but it can't all be sun and roses, can it? I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. See you next time. Goodbye.